Hey, friend, welcome to the very first episode of Dearly Beloved. I'm your host, Evelyn, and honestly, I cannot believe that I am recording this. If you found this, thank you. And I really do hope that this becomes a space where you can draw closer to God. All right, let me get a little bit more comfy so we can chit chat. A lot of people have asked me, where does the name Dearly Beloved come from? Well, I was inspired by the letters that Paul wrote to the early churches. And in his letters, he had a lot of words of truth, of encouragement, and even correction at times, but they always came from a place of deep care. And that's kind of what I hope this podcast or this space becomes. Now, I am not saying that I am speaking for God in any way, but I do believe that God can speak through us. My prayer is that we are able to talk about different things, about deeper things, and on the way, find this relationship, this deep relationship with God, one honest conversation at a time. This also won't be a place of perfect theology or sermons. I'm definitely not a preacher myself or a theologian. So, we're not going to worry about that. Honestly, I'm just someone who has been on a journey, let me tell you, on a real life journey on her walk with God. And I want to invite you guys with me on this journey. So, yeah, sometimes these episodes will look like devotionals, or maybe I'll share testimonies. I really do want to invite friends on here because let me tell you, some of these friends that I have, they're very insightful. They have a lot of knowledge through their life experiences, and I want to be able to share that with you guys as well. It's just beautiful how friends can encourage each other and how much we can learn from each other. So, that is exactly what I want to bring to this podcast. I really want to be able to not only share my experiences, but also the experiences that my friends have had and the knowledge they bring to the table. Just you be ready for those guest episodes because they are coming, and I have a couple in mind already, and I think we're going to start off strong. Just know that every episode that we have on here will point back to scripture. And even though we will talk about some controversial things, we will always have God in the center of every episode. By the way, I am so open to you guys letting me know what kind of episodes you guys want to hear, watch, listen to, whatever, because I will try to make that happen. I really want to hear what some of you guys are interested in, and I want to bring that into this as well. I know we're a Christian podcast, but I am so down to bring any other perspectives because honestly, I want to know what other people are thinking. Like, I want to know how this relates to me and my personal walk with God, and I want to be able to be open and to listening to other people with different mindsets than mine. And that's what I have been trying to do with my Instagram page. So if you guys are not following that already, it's at Dearly Beloved Podcast. I was trying to bring bite-sized encouragement on there through reels, which is great for the times maybe that you're in a rush, or maybe you just want to have a lot of those encouraging thoughts in your feed. But I've realized that 90 seconds sometimes is not enough to go into everything that I've been learning in my Bible. Man, like, I think the more I read this, like, I get so much more insight. Even though I've read the story millions of times, I'm always learning. That is what I've been trying to share with you guys on Instagram. But I love that now we have this platform where I'm able to share even deeper thoughts that I've had. Because honestly, I could go on and on and on. But I feel like we're on FaceTime, I want to feel like we're chit-chatting about this. So anyways, if you're not on Instagram, you definitely should be following us on there. I say us, it's just following, each other. So like I said, you can expect episodes rooted on scripture. You'll hear reflections from things that I've lived and learned and experienced, especially, in those quiet, overlooked seasons. I think that's where I've learned a lot more. Like, it's in those silent moments that I have been learning. And, anyways, that's a whole other episode for another time. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I will be sharing clips from this episode onto our Instagram page at Dearly Beloved Podcast. So, again, I recommend you guys to follow those because that's where I will be putting a lot of the short clips or reminders and links to the videos I will be uploading to YouTube. And of course, you will also be seeing a lot of our guests on our Instagram page because as the more and more guests I have on the episodes, the more and more you guys will get to meet them on our Instagram. So, anyways, I don't want to make this intro episode a lot longer than it needs to be, but I am stoked about this. I'm really nervous, but I've been having this conviction to just share it with anybody who's willing to listen. Honestly, like if this is not your thing, that's not your thing, and that's totally okay. But if you're willing to hear and listen, why not, right? Or why not share it with other people as well? At the end of the day, I love how God uses our stories to really share his love for all of us, not just for that one person. I just want you to know that if you feel spiritually tired or unsure, or you're trying to figure some things out, I just want you to know that you are not alone in this. There has been so many things that I've personally been going through, and maybe you guys can relate, or maybe you guys can teach me a thing or two in the comments. I don't know, but I just want to build this community for us so we can share and encourage one another. Sorry, guys, we are back. I had to take care of my sourdough. I am baking today, and that's a whole other rant that I could go into. But anyways, let's get back to the programming. Last thing that I'm going to say is that if you feel like you're spiritually tired, or just tired physically or emotionally, or maybe you're unsure, you are not alone. I am so glad that we get to do this, that we have this platform to share and encourage each other. I would love to interact with you guys. If you guys ever want to write anything in the comments, I would love to learn from you guys as well. And I'm so happy that we have this community. You are dearly beloved, not because you're perfect, not because you have it all together, but because God set his love on you before you ever knew what to do with it. But anyways, I hope that this podcast reminds you again and again of that. Guys, we did it. We did our very first intro episode on here. Until next time, and remember, God has something to say.